Over the last 100 years or so, people have reported encountering mysterious creatures. Although the majority of these have been explained, there are some that are still shrouded in mystery. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at mysterious creatures. William J. Gibbons encounter. Cryptozoologist William J. Gibbons was another person who had a run-in with this mysterious creature. The naturalist detailed that while on the hunt for another Congo cryptid known as the Mokele-mbembe, his expedition team encountered natives who told them about their experiences with giant spiders. Amazed at what he was hearing, he was excited to share their stories with others when he returned to Canada. He had this to say: "On this third expedition to Equatorial Africa, I took the opportunity to inquire if the pygmies knew of such a giant spider, and indeed they did. They speak of the giant or great spider. They described a spider that is generally brown in colour with a purple abdomen. They grow to quite an enormous size with a leg span of at least 5 feet. The giant arachnids weave together a layer made of leaves similar in shape to a traditional pygmy hut, and spin a circular web, said to be very strong between 2 trees with a strand stretched across a game trail. These giant ground-dwelling spiders prey on the forest antelope, birds and other small game, and are said to be extremely dangerous, not to mention highly venomous." Although his team didn't see one of the giant spiders, he said that the local tribe members warned them about the area, and that they should be on high alert. William believed that the locals were telling the truth about what they had seen, and that when talking about the spiders, they even seemed somewhat scared. Going back to the 1960s, an amateur explorer detailed his encounter with the locals that inhabited dense regions of the Congo. He said that he had hired a local guide to help him make his way around the terrain. But one thing that interested him the most was how the locals would talk about the wildlife in the region. He said they detailed seeing large flying reptile-like creatures, but one of the most fascinating was that of a giant. Similar with most of the other reports, the locals described these spiders as being over 3 feet in diameter and claiming that the hatchlings of these spiders are bright yellow with purple abdomens. The Brosno Dragon. There seems to be a number of strange urban legends surrounding that of the Brosno Lake, located in western Russia, near the town of Andreapol, that features the telling of a massive underwater dragon that has made its appearance several times all throughout history. According to the old Russian folklore, during the 13th century, when the Tatar-Mongol army was making its advancements through the region nearby Brosno Lake on their way towards Novgorod, they had stopped at the lake to create a temporary rest stop for the army, as well as establish a temporary stronghold at the location to assist future army deployments throughout the region. As the horses of the army went down into the lake to drink water, the soldiers detailed that a massive roaring creature had come out of the lake and onto the shores, devouring the horses in single bites and tearing apart soldiers as if they were nothing but clay pottery. Over several centuries, there would be continued stories surrounding the lake that told of sand islands or sand mounds forming out in the lake that many believed to have been mounds created by the dragon itself to lay eggs. When fishermen would attempt to journey towards this island, they would be devoured whole as a large mouth would open up beneath them, sucking the boat and water into its massive mouth. According to further legends stretching back over the course of the last century, Russians claimed that Nazi soldiers were unable to advance past the region near Brosno Lake due to their tests of the waters and the awakening of the large beast. Some claim that perhaps the Nazi soldiers were interested in making attempts to tame the beast, but were soon met with a terrible surprise as the beast began to devour soldiers that got too close to the lake. Today, Brosno Lake is responsible for a large number of disappearances, including that of talented and skilled fishermen that seem to disappear without a trace of what happened to them. The hikers on Devil's Mountain. Resting on the borders of San Pablo, Laguna and Dolores, Quiscon is a mountain referred to by the locals living in the area as the Devil's Mountain. The mountain, known as Mount Cristobal, has been surrounded with a number of disappearances from hikers every single year that claims the lives of even the most experienced hikers in the region. Despite this, it appears that the majority of bodies have not been recovered from these missing hikers, leading some to believe that, instead of perishing, they are taken to another world of some kind. One such story from the locals tells of that of a married couple that went on a hike to the mountain and stayed there for a few days. After they had met others and told them they would be taking a forked path, they were never seen from again, leaving many people wondering which path they had taken and become lost, since there seemed to have been no forked path in the area. This story would later come up once again after a group of boys went to the mountain on a hiking trip and came across a married couple that fit the look and description of the couple that had went missing a few years prior, and so followed the couple, believing that they might be ghosts or strange manifestations of the lost couple. As they followed the couple, they witnessed them going down a forked path and so followed them, of which eventually led to them losing sight of the couple and sustaining injuries falling down an area of the mountain. This has led some to believe that the lost people of whom went hiking on the mountain are still there, stuck in a possible time loop or warped reality in which they are jumping through time and encountering other people of whom have went missing on the mountain years prior. These fears have left many, including experienced hikers, worried as to how or why these strange occurrences have been appearing on the mountain, and so leave many fearful of journeying through the region. Fire Chief discovers mystery hole. The Volunteer Fire Protection District in Arkansas recently received a strange call. The fire chief, Mr. Tucker, was called out after someone had said there was flames coming from a hole in the ground. When he arrived, he discovered that there was a large hole in the ground with flames coming out. Tucker had this to say: "When I got there were flames 8 or 9 feet high shooting out of a hole about 2 feet in diameter. It burned that way for 30 to 45 minutes before it went out. While observing the hole, he couldn't help but notice the hole had a sharp turn in it." Tucker revealed he had taken the temperature inside the hole and it was around 780 degrees. He was asked what he thought about it and what could have made this hole spit out flames, but he said he did not know. One of the first things people pointed to was a meteorite. However, Tucker said that it was unlikely that this was the case. The fire chief pointed out that there was no sign of any meteorite strike at the site, with no signs of dirt having been scuffed up or splashed around the hole's edges. Another idea that was put forward was lightning storms. However, when this hole was created, there were no lightning storms in the area, so this has been ruled out. Tucker suggested that the hole could have come from a gas company. While there were no signs of the flames and fire being caused by a gas explosion, the chief said that the local gas company did arrive on the scene to take photographs of the hole. The company was asked about the entire situation and they said they had sent out one of their technicians. A spokesman for the company said the following: "Although Black Hills Energy does not provide natural gas service in Midway, Arkansas, the local fire department contacted us to assist with their fire investigation. Our technicians responded and detected no natural gas in the area. We will continue to partner with the fire department in their investigation as needed." The mystery of consciousness. Why are we here? It's a question that many have asked, but no one has the answer to. Life itself is a mystery. 2 leading scientists have come forward and said that the human brain is a biological computer, and the consciousness of a human being is a program that's run by the brain's computer. It's believed that within the human brain there resides around 86 billion brain cells. The soul is something that has made many people put forward different theories. There has always been a debate about the soul of a human and whether or not it goes on after life. There are those that believe your soul is what is actually keeping you alive, while others suggest that the soul is nothing. Recently, researchers think that they've found a new truth about the soul, and they've put forward the theory that the soul doesn't die, it goes back into the universe. Dr. Stuart Hameroff, who is a physicist, and Sir Roger Penrose, a mathematical physicist at the Oxford University, have been working on the quantum theory of consciousness. Both of them suggest that the soul of a person is in the microtubules of the brain cells. Their theory states that a human being's soul is contained within the cells of the brain in structures that are inside them called microtubules. It sounds confusing, but the doctors think the human brain is just a biological computer and the consciousness we experience is run by the computer inside the brain. This means it will continue to exist after the human has gone. Both of them suggest that what humans think of consciousness is the result of the effects of quantum gravity that is situated in the microtubules. The doctors have said that when the heart of a person stops beating blood around their body, the microtubules inside the brain begin to lose the quantum state. However, the quantum information that is in the microtubules does not get destroyed. Instead, it gets distributed into the universe. This could mean that after death, our memories will enter the universe and carry on. But what do you make of these incredible discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.